أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Mr. Peter, allow me to send my best greeting to everybody, to you first and to all others who are listening. And my discussion today is going to center on the global cry of gender violence. According to the principles and the guidelines of Islam, based on the original texts and the teachings of the Holy Quran and Sunnah, it is obvious that men and women are equal in most of their lives issues. They are therefore considered by Islam as a complement and completion of each other in person and in mission. The Messenger of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is telling us in a hadith that indeed women are the twin halves of men. إِنَّمَا النِّسَاءُ شَقَائِقُ رِجَالٍ. Based on this hadith, my brothers listeners, Islam considers both men and women equal in mutual respect, integrity, and dignity. Yes, it is also very important to note that the differences between men and women in their physical and psychological abilities do not grant either of the two any higher status than the other. This is just the natural law Allah has instilled in human beings, even among men alone and also women alone. If we look at the texts of the Holy Quran and Sunnah, we will see that women are honored and cared for all stages of life, as a mother, as a wife, and also as a daughter. As a mother, let us see what happened. Allah the Almighty is telling us in the Holy Quran, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. The Messenger of Allah received a verse from Allah himself saying, your Lord has decreed that none should be worshipped but him, and that be dutiful and kind to your parents. And our mothers form a very, very, very essential part of this parenthood. One of the companions, my brothers and sisters, came to the Holy Prophet Muhammad and asked him a question. Who has the most right of my best companionship? The Messenger of Allah replied, your mother. The man asked again, who else after my mother? The Messenger of Allah repeated again, my mother. The man asked again, who else after my mother? The Messenger of Allah said, your mother. And in the fourth time, he said, your father. My brothers and sisters, our mothers deserve everything. Look at them. Look at them. When they are pregnant, how many types of hardship and difficulties they face during this pregnancy and also during the delivery time. I think that we should accept, actually. In some cases, you will see them vomiting. In some other times, you will see them having dizziness. In the other time, getting their feet and their legs swollen for 9 months. And the day they kneel down to deliver the child is the time and the moment they are closer to death than any other. My brothers and my sisters, I believe that we should give them their due respect rather than practicing what we call gender violence against them. Islam also honors women as wives. Why? Because the wife is the most essential pillar and the foundation of society upon which a Muslim home is established. A Muslim husband is expected to be honest, generous, merciful, and benevolent to the wife. Wallahi. And also he should be decent. He also should take into consideration her very human nature. The husband is not expected to be miser, to be harsh, and to be dictatorial to the wife. My brothers and sisters, the Messenger of Allah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is reported to have said, indeed, only the honorable men treat the women in respect and integrity, and only dishonest and deceitful men do humiliate and insult women. The Messenger of Allah is telling us also in the other hadith, the best and the most complete man are the best of them in character and manners. And the best of you are the best of you towards their wives. And he himself set us the best example of that. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Women also are actually honored as daughters. Islam requires parents to take proper care of their children, both sons and daughters, on the equal basis, and not to give preference to sons over daughters. Don't do that. Do not show your son or your son that I prefer you than my daughter. It's against the teachings of Islam. The Messenger of Allah is reported to have said that whoever has a daughter and he does not bury her alive, and he does not humiliate her, and he does not give a preference to his son over her, such a person will be granted entry to paradise by Allah. In the other hadith, he was telling us that that person equally with me will enter paradise together, and then he intertwined his two fingers. My brothers and my sisters, the Messenger of Allah is also reported that be fair and just in terms of the gift you offer to your children. If I were to give preference to any gender over the other, I would prefer females over males. My brothers and my sisters, I want to believe that if the societies in the whole world, if the society in the Islamic Ummah and all other religions were able to adhere, were able to implement these ideas, these teaching, these principles, actually the problem of gender violence will not only be eradicated, but it will be forgotten. Even in case of marriage, Islam is angry. Islam is frowned on the parents who force their children, their daughters to marry to men that those daughters do not like. Islam doesn't like it. And also in Islam, Islam does not agree. It's angry with those who marry their daughters who are immature. One of the ladies came to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and asked him, "O you the messenger of Allah, I am married off by my parents to their nephew, and I do not like." The messenger of Allah told her that if you like, you remain in the marriage. But if you like, you can also dissolve it. The lady said that I'm going to remain in this marriage. I just want people to understand that nobody has the right, nobody is giving the right by Allah the Almighty, by Islam, to marry of somebody to others that she does not like. My brothers and sisters, on that note, allow me once again to send my best greeting to everybody. This is your brother Imam Sheikh Tijan Cham of Banjul Medka Mosque, Vice Principal of Kotu Senior Secondary School. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.